In this week's episode, I asked ChatGPT, what are the best cover versions of Twist and Shout? Did it get it right? Let's find out. Hello and welcome to this 14th episode of Under the Covers with the Beatles. Thank you for joining me. For this week's episode, I have been listening to hundreds of cover versions of Twist and Shout. Why do I do it to myself? Weirdly, though, I have been waking up in the morning with a taste of honey still in my head. That one really did affect me. If you are new to this little series that I'm doing, just so you know what I'm doing, I'm going through every single Beatles album, track by track, and trying to find the best cover version of each track that I can find. And also, I quite like to find ones that are better than the Beatles version. And that's the whole point of this show. So let's get on with it. This week I asked ChatGPT, what are the best cover versions of Twist and Shout? I was surprised that the answer I got back was like immediately wrong. It says, Twist and Shout by the Beatles is a classic song that has been covered by many artists over the years. The best cover version can be subjective. So you don't have to tell me. As it often depends on personal preference. However, here are a few notable cover versions of Twist and Shout that have gained recognition. So, wise words from ChatGPT then, but they got that wrong. Twist and Shout by the Beatles. No, it's not. So I responded because I'm a nice guy. I like a chat. Twist and Shout is not originally by the Beatles. And then ChatGPT did something which blew my mind. You are correct, and I apologise for any confusion. Twist and Shout was not originally by the Beatles. It was written by Phil Medley and Bert Russell. He changed his name. And was first recorded by the Top Notes in 1961. What? See, if you're like me, and I think you might be, I thought Twist and Shout was originally by the Isley Brothers. No. Check this out. Take it up, baby. And a child. Come on, baby. And work it on out. So originally that song was going to be called Shake It Up Baby, but in 1960 Chubby Checker, he released Twist, and it started a craze, and so they changed the name to Twist and Shout. Get some money. So it was first recorded by the Top Notes. That version was produced by a later Beatle collaborator and later murderer, Phil Spector. He produced that. But Bert Burns, also Bert Russell, changed his name. I've mentioned that. He hated that version. And so he then made the Isley Brothers version. And apparently the Isley Brothers didn't even want to record it. They didn't think it was that great. So they were wrong. So let's have a quick listen to the Isley Brothers version. Enjoy. It's great. Shake it up, baby. Shake it up, baby. Twist and shout. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on and work it on out. Well, listen, little girl. You know thing I love most about the Isley Brothers version is it's got horns in it, and I love a song with horns in it. The Beatles version is brilliant. Doesn't have horns in it. I just wish that someone would, put horns with the Beatles version. That would be so great. Why hasn't that been done? Yeah, it has been done. I forgot. I forgot. Found the clip, put it in the video, but I forgot. Acting, I forgot. Maybe the Ferris Bueller version's the best version. Who knows? Who knows? You tell me. Put it in the comments. So I'm quickly going to read to you some covers that are not in this video. Some were, and then they weren't. There's so many covers of it. But before I do that, just quickly, if you could just quickly subscribe. I got up to 50 this week. How did that happen? Thank you very much. But come on, let's go for 51. Yeah? Let's go for 51 before Christmas. We can do this. But yeah, I do appreciate those that have subscribed. Thank you very much. Give a thumbs up on the video as well. That'd be really great. Helps my ego. And tell a friend about these silly little videos that I'm making. Yeah, tell your mum, tell your dad, tell your nan. That's how old I am now. Go and tell your nan about it. So, not in this episode. I'm reading it off my screen. That's why I'm looking up there, and not at you. Maybe I should look at you whilst I do this. It's not going to work. 1962. Chubby Checker covered this. And that's a really good version. 1963. Brian Paul and the Tremolos. They covered it. It's a really good version. It just feels like they just sped up the Beatles version. It's a lot faster and a lot harsher, but it was a good version. Don't get me wrong. And that was a recommendation also from Facebook. I got that, so thank you for that. Obviously, from 1964, the Chipmunks. I won't be playing it this week. But the Chipmunks did it. The reason why I keep mentioning the Chipmunks, this album apparently was quite influential on quite a few people, including Kurt Cobain. Yeah. In 1965, Ike and Tina Turner had a go. It's all right. It's quite a good version. This next one from 1967 I was going to put it in, but then just listened to it again and I was like, no. The Mamas and the Papas, I think that's how it's pronounced. Papas? The Mums and Dads. Their versions are kind of, it was, when I first heard it, I was like, oh, this is actually quite good. And then I just realised that they took the soul out of the song and made it a bit bland. But please go in all these videos, even the ones I'm not showing you, all the links to these videos are in the description. Please check them out. The Blue Things, also from 1967. That was going to be one of my recommendations, but I took it out. It's quite good, bit psychedelic. Elvin Bishop, check it out. I think it's a reggae kind of version. That was all right. And from 1998, The Punkles. Again, it's punky and it's just faster. Just didn't make the cut. So what are my recommendations? The first one's, you may hate it, but I actually kind of learned to love it. From 1967, Cliff Richard. Twist and shout. Come on, baby. Come on, let's work it on out. Yeah, work it on out, yeah. I'm surprised that I liked it. I just think I like the. I just like it. Forget you. Anyway, from 1988, and this was recommended to me quite a few times. It's Salt-N-Pepa. Salt-N-Pepa's here. Salt-N-Pepa. Salt.
All over me. Yeah, that's the way. Hey, don't get carried away. Be a good boy. Do what the record say. And shake it up, baby, now. You make me twist and shout. Come on, baby, now. Work it on now.
That was Salt-N-Pepa. It's quite good. I think Spinderella is doing quite a lot of the heavy lifting in that. Who knows? Who knows? I'd completely forgot about this next one. I do remember it. I remember it from the time. From 1993, this is Chuckademus and the Pliers, featuring, I've got his name, Jack Radix. Couldn't have done it without Jack Radix.
I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Get up and move your body. One time. Set this up woman like a bright star Russian. Come. Give me this two time. Have mercy, I wonder.
In the last episode, if you remember, I told you I was excited about this episode. And the reason I was so excited about this episode is because of this album. They are called The Orchestra, and it's made up of former members of ELO and ELO Part 2. They just call themselves The Orchestra. The album's called No Rewind. I found this album whilst down a YouTube hole one day. Someone had put the Beatles' voices over every song on here. And there was just one song I was like, that's a brilliant song. If you like ELO, if you like the Beatles, honestly, I'll put the link in the description. I might put it up here. Where does it go? Is it there? Anyway, Jewel and Johnny is a fantastic song. If you like ELO, please go and check that out. So I bought the album because I liked quite a lot of the songs. There's another song that I really like called I Could Write a Book. Brilliant. But then I remembered, oh yeah, Twist and Shout is on this. So I listened to that and I loved it. It's complete. The thing I like, it's got everything I like about a cover version. It's completely different. And then, so I'm going to show you a snippet of the song, but it doesn't do the song justice. None of them really do the song justice. I'm only giving you like 20 odd seconds. But please click the link below and listen to the whole version of this. And if you don't like it, then listen to Jewel and Johnny. Trust me. Anyway, so this might be my favourite version this week.
Shake it up, baby. Twist and shout. Come on now, baby. Come on and work it on out. Yeah. Shake it up, baby, now. Shake it up, baby. Twist and shout.
I just love it. May not be to everyone's taste, but if you like ELO, please just give it a listen. And that's all my recommendations for this week. I hope you liked them, especially the orchestra. Just leaves me now to play you out with my thanks but no thanks for this week. But before I do that, I was just quickly wanted to tell you what I was going to do next week. So Twist and Shout was the last track off of the Please Please Me album, and I had two choices. Should I go straight to the next album, which is with the Beatles, or do I look back at the last 14 episodes and from each episode pick the best cover and then put that into a big video? Then I remembered the Beatles are absolute gits and they've got singles. So I've got 3 singles here from 1963. Got the From Me to You, which has Thank You Girl as a B-side. I'm going to be looking for all these. She Loves You, which has I'll Get You as a B-side. God. and I Want to Hold Your Hand and This Boy as the B-side. This Boy is a great song. So I'll be looking for those next, and then I might do the compilation video. Anyway, just a quick reminder, please do subscribe if you didn't fall asleep whilst watching this. Maybe you lost the will to live as well. Either way, it'd be great if you did subscribe. Okay, so here's my thanks but no thanks for this week. It is Barbie. Barbie, the voice of Barbie is a woman called Rachel Sweet, and that is the problem with this version. Twist and Shout, like I've said before, needs high energy, and Rachel Sweet sings it sweetly. It doesn't work. It just doesn't work. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next episode when I will do From Me to You. Here's Barbie.
Well, shake it up,